How's it going, YouTube? I'm David from M55 David. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing part 1 of the Valvetronic Designs axle back exhaust for my 2015 BMW F30. This is my BMW F30. You've seen it a few times now. It is extremely dirty. And we're going to talk about this axle back exhaust system for Valvetronic Designs. Right there. So I've been asked to do this video. I've done this video before. This is not the first time. I just never posted it. Honestly, I didn't like it, and I wasn't sure I was going to go with it. So here's the backstory. This is the Valvetronic Designs axle back exhaust system. I was one of the first people to get it. I was an early adopter, if you would say. I don't know if I received it in October or November, but regardless, I got it, installed it shortly thereafter once we got some good weather. It was warm enough to do so. And yeah, so basically what this exhaust is, it's a valve system. This tip over here on the left, the exhaust, it goes through the muffler out that tip. Tip on the right does not go through the muffler at all. I'll show you that in a second. So when the valve's open, exhaust flows out that right side and bypasses the muffler. It's a really cool idea. It sounds great. So let's take a look. So you kind of see the muffler there. There's the mid pipe goes into the exhaust, and it winds off, goes to this tip here. This other side goes to the muffler and out the tip there. So it's a really cool. It's a really cool idea. It's a really cool concept. I had some issues with my exhaust. First things, so we can take a look here. See that clamp over there? Okay, that clamp there clamps the axle back to the mid pipe. That clamp is absolute utter trash. It is garbage. And this is what happens. That clamp doesn't hold anything. This exhaust moves super easy. Let's back up a little bit. Tell me, guys, does that alignment look right? That right tip there versus the left. So that's after getting different hangers and doing all kinds of adjustments, whatever I could to get it better. It was way worse than it is now. This is actually good. So when I initially got this system, it came boxed beautifully. It was wrapped. It was great. It was nice. I had some extra hardware. I actually got the BMW valve controller for the 335, like the E series, the E90. Somebody sent that by accident. I wasn't supposed to get it. A few of the early guys got them, so somebody packaged them a little goofy. And they sent an email out asking if you got one of these, could you send it back? We'll pay for shipping and we'll even take care of you, give you a special surprise. Cool, yeah, no problem. Oh shoot, is that about 129 bucks or something like that is what they go for on their website, retail. And yeah, I shipped it back, no problem, gave them the tracking information and messaged them when they got it. Never really got a response about it. I also was shorted one of the clamps for the exhaust tips, so I couldn't put a new tip on. I had to go to the hardware store, bought a couple of clamps, figured out which one's going to work the best, and that's what I used temporarily to get it going. I messaged them quite a few times, as a matter of fact, on the issues, on the clamp issue, on the missing clamp, and so on. So I didn't really get much in the way of information. They did send me a new clamp for the tip. I got that pretty quickly. It came within, I don't know, 3 or 4 days or something of me telling them, which was great. That was nice. But I had already, had to go out and spend money on other clamps. It wasn't a lot, so it's not a big deal, but just the idea. Second, the main clamp from the system to the mid pipe, they didn't do anything there. They just, this isn't word for word, but basically the gist of it was, hey, our clamp supplier sucks, they're terrible, they're awful, and yeah, that's it. They threw their clamp supplier under the bus, offered no solution or remedy, and I was just, that was it. I had no idea what to do. So I contacted them a few times about that, about the fitment, and I basically got no information, no help, other than, oh man, do you got anybody locally you trust that, I don't know, if they were trying to imply that I should take it somewhere and have somebody modify it or fix it? I don't know. So, yeah, basically, I got nothing. Nothing out of them, no information, no help, no suggestions, no fixes, no replacements, nothing. All this time goes by, nothing. So I started seeing more and more people using the Valvetronic stuff on YouTube, on websites, and I started posting my reviews. So I've typed this out quite a few times in various different message boards, Facebook and so on. And a little while ago, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was late winter, early spring. Christian from Vehicle Virals, he did the Valvetronic Designs exhaust on his E90 335 hardtop convertible coupe car, and it worked out really well for him. He was happy about it. There was some tip issues where certain tip was supposed to fit but they didn't or something, whatever. Anyways, I messaged him. I was like, oh god, I hope it works out for you. I'm happy you're happy with it, and it basically outlined my experience. And he was like, man, sorry to hear that. I was like, yeah, it's cool, no worries. So apparently he reached out to Valvetronic Designs, and sure enough, a couple days later, I get a message from Valvetronic Designs. Hey, I heard you might not be happy with your exhaust. No shit. What gave it away? All the messages, or the fact that somebody who's YouTube famous said something to you guys? So, I don't know. Coincidence? No. Anyways, we talk back and forth. I send some photos, make some comments. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So keep in mind that I was frustrated prior to this, and in the email I finally had enough of nothing, and I'm like, listen, at least give me my money for shipping. I mean, this is months had already gone by at this point, and I get an email like, okay, how much did you spend on shipping? So I tell them, I immediately get a refund for my shipping, which is great. That was cool. It was awesome to get my money back for the shipping that I spent to ship their stuff back. That was it. And nothing else. And fast forward to the Christian at Vehicle Virals for reaching out to them reaching out to me. I still had nothing. I very, very frustrated with the whole deal, and it was basically, why do you even care? I mean, you didn't care before, but now you care. And I did complain enough about the whole deal where they're like, well, yeah, you were supposed to get something for sending that back, and it was 20 or 30 bucks or whatever it was, so that was your gift. I'm like, oh, okay. So when they sent me, I don't know, it was like high 20s or low 30s. I don't remember how much it was, but they refunded me some more money, which was fine, but I really wasn't asking for it. It was just the principle at that point, like, dude, what's going on? What are we doing? Etc. So that happened, but nothing else. And again, I'm left with an exhaust that's, well, fitment quality wise, absolute garbage. So I get a Facebook post that somebody's asking about, hey, what do you guys think of this exhaust? I'm thinking about getting it. So I respond, dude, if you get a good exhaust, great. But God forbid you have to deal with customer service or you get something wrong. I've talked with other guys. I've been in contact and have sent quite a few emails and messages back and forth with a gentleman with an M3, a couple of guys with 335s, and some older stuff and whatever. And there's people that's had problems that have been in similar situations. They've basically gotten no assistance for stuff, and they've had to modify things or change stuff or fix it themselves. So it's kind of where I was at. Well, I was asked to do a review video. So I did a review video of this exhaust. It ended up being almost 50 minutes long. I did not upload it. I deleted it. I was way too critical, at least I felt, and it was just a lot of content, and I wasn't happy with it. So I deleted it. So I figured, all right, I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna do a new video. So what I did was, instead of making a new video first, I sent a message to Valvetronic Designs, and I simply asked them, listen, I'm gonna do a YouTube video for the channel, and I'm gonna do a legit review. So I asked, are you cool with that? And two, are you happy with how this has been handled so far? Question mark. Well, what do you know, I got a reply immediately. Hey, I think you should give us a call. We need to talk about this. Really? That's cool. All right, well, so I give him a call, and I talked to a gentleman who says, listen, what can we do? So I only had two options that I was willing to accept. One of them being a new exhaust. So they're like, yeah, let's send you a new exhaust. Let's do that. We'll send you one out. All we want you to do is box the old one up and send it back to us. Absolutely, that's fine. Like, if you want to see the exhaust, figure out what's wrong, maybe hopefully make sure it never happens again, great. Yeah, we'll do it. It's a little bit frustrating because now I got to pull the exhaust off. I'm gonna have to install a new exhaust, and I've gone through a lot of trouble. I've had to spend a lot of time on this just to get it looking crappy compared to really crappy. And so today's Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. This Saturday will be 1 month since the date that they told me they were going to send me an exhaust. I messaged them the next day, hey, what's going on with this? Nobody contacted me. Somebody was supposed to call me. And I get a response back, hey, be patient, we're out of stock. Okay, fair. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting a call that day or the next day, but sure. Okay. So fast forward to last week, I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, something, I don't remember exactly, but I'm on their mailing list, and you get like little sales, whatever, where they can spam you and say, hey, buy this, or hey, there's a sale, or something like that. Well, I get an email saying, hey, F-Series exhaust systems are in stock. Buy one. Cool. all right, this means I'm getting my exhaust sent. Well, I give it a couple of days, nothing. Didn't hear from anybody, no email, no phone call. And Instagram, they got it on their story. Oh, the F series, the F chassis exhausts out of stock. They're gone. Oh, that's cool. So I shoot off an email and hey, what's going on with this? I know you guys had something in stock. What's the deal? They read it. You can see where they're typing. Stop. You can see where they're typing. Stop. You can see where they're typing. Stop. Then nothing. No response. 15 minutes later, give or take. 10, 15 minutes, I don't know, something like that. I get a response. Oh, yeah, those exhausts were ones for people who wanted like gold tips or something. Oh, it's interesting. If they were already for somebody, why would you post that they're in stock and your website show that they're in stock? Anyway, they said, well, we got 50 more coming. Yeah, okay, so I get a response back when I ask, when's that going to be? And it took him a day or two, but 2 weeks, he says. So we'll see if we're doing another video in 2 weeks. I don't know what's going to happen. See how it goes. But we are going to do a part 2 to this video. I do want to get it going so you can hear it start, cold start, rev, sport mode, eco, or comfort. So basically valve open, valve closed, and we're going to jump in the car and drive around so you can hear it. It's not super loud. It's not quiet. It's a turbo car. It's not going to be super loud to begin with. So yeah, we'll do that video next. So stay tuned for that. If you're curious about the exhaust and you're willing to risk not having problems, like a lot of the guys have and haven't had problems, because there are guys out there who have had no problems with the exhaust and love it. I will do my best to show you what it sounds like and, you know, get you the vibe and feeling of what it is to own this exhaust, to have this on your car. It's a really cool concept. It's a really cool exhaust, but I'm not happy, obviously. So this is a much tamer version of my last video. So if you stuck through the entire time, I appreciate it. If you have questions, please ask them below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And this bug won't leave me alone. But so if you like the channel, if you like the videos, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. It greatly helps me out. And we'll see you soon, guys.